now that my gas tank is gone, I can start cutting away these brackets that some dumbass put on there before. It was not me. I don't know. Since I'm putting a 4-link in it, I'm getting rid of the panhard bar, and I'm gonna probably get rid of some of these brake lines because they're garbage, and I'm gonna have to remake them anyways for the new calipers and stuff, and start getting rid of my e-brake linkage. I have absolutely no idea what it's for, but this hunk of steel that's bolted underneath, like where the cap bolts to, I don't know, I took it off on the other side. Where I am, how I'm gonna get back where I am, what the real purpose is, what I want to reveal. Now I'm just gonna probably wire reel this shit up. Like I painted, just put like a base coat of primer over this because I was wire reeled it and fixed a bunch of welds because the previous owner or someone along the line did not know how to weld. So there's like hairline fractures in some of these welds, or there's like just pinholes like all the way through that are just did not get penetrated or did not get filled. So I'm going through grinding all these shitty ass welds down and smoothing them out and making them look good because I don't want to look like shit, and fix them if there's cracks or they're not fully penetrated. I think I'm done for the night. Just started cleaning up around the frame and stuff. I've swept and stuff because it's easier to work when it's clean, you know, obviously. I don't know, I grinded off some of the rust, some more of the rust on the frame. Pulled some of the brake lines out just for now. Unhooked some wiring that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use or not later, but got a big old pile of metal shavings, bolts, everything, but so far, frame's here. Gonna do the same to this side. I just ran a quick little layer of paint over it just so it doesn't get like surface rust for now. All right, I got the fenders off. All the wiring is disconnected. I got the coolant tank, or not coolant tank, windshield washer reservoir. I pulled back all the wiring. So, because I'm going to be cutting the front end of the frame off right here where I marked the lines. And then I'm getting rid of the inner fenders. I'm going to tub, you can't really see it because it's dark, but I'm going to tub this, or if you see like these lines, because these are only 15s and I want to be able to fit 18s on the truck. So I'm going to tub it. Pulled the lights off, now it's just bare wiring that I'll just be pulled to the side when I'm cutting. I pulled some brackets that took forever to get, but they were like some brackets for the gas tank. We got the gas tank, fenders, headlights, hood. Next project is probably just gonna get a grinder and start cut right here. And then the whole front should be bolted down here to the actual frame rails. So I won't need to cut too much after I cut the initial lines that are going on the firewall. Shouldn't need to cut too terribly much actually after that. Then I'll just pull it off, and then the motor's coming out. Because if I cut this first, it'll be a lot easier to get like the starter and get to the bolts for the motor mounts, and like it'll just be easier to pull the motor. But I didn't unhook the coolant lines to the heater core, but that takes 2 seconds.
All right, so I'm gonna be cutting the frame right here, because after I'm taking it from here off, because it's gonna be tube, it's gonna be like 1 tube bar going to there. Eventually those will turn into like strut mount coilovers, but that will take more time. Then I'm gonna tub here eventually, not right now, but first step, cutting this off right where the red line is.
Now there's just a couple bolts, one with a rubber mount to the solid frame, and then you have to pull the bumper support off, which is 2 bolts right in there. They're just 2 12s. Then once I get that side cut, this whole entire front clip should come right off theoretically. Last thing before I get the whole front end off, this bolt holding it to the front of the frame. Mounts actually aren't too bad. I'm not going to use them even anymore, but they might come in handy for something. Now the other side. front end off now. Gonna pull the motor out because I sold it today, or there's a dude that wants it. He already actually paid me for it. Then I'm gonna pull that out, which is not gonna be hard now. I don't know when I'm gonna tub these. Probably after I get the motor out and everything cleaned up. I would like to power wash it. It's really cold outside right now. I could bring the power washer in here, but I want to wait till it's at least like above 32 one day or something, or midday, so it doesn't freeze on the floor and get everything messed up. Yeah, it's pretty fucking pulled apart now. The idiot that owned it before me, not the last idiot that owned it before me, I don't know if it was him, but he cross-threaded 2 studs on here, and they're not even rusted, and they completely snapped off. I pounded them out. So there's only 3 that are good right now on this side, but that's where I am for today. I don't know, I'll go through and clean these up, but that's where I just cut along the line. As you can see, once the motor's out and everything's cleaned up, I'm gonna just like clean all that up and cut it, take a wheel to that, get this nice and smooth and not, razor sharp. When I put my tube front, it's probably gonna go right to that hole right there, and I'll probably get a plate for now because I'm not caging it till, well, I have money for a cage. So I'm gonna put bolt a plate on and then weld that bar. I don't know if I'll cut this off or I'll bolt it to this. I don't know, this is a little bit stronger back here, but I can get to bolts behind here, but if I welded another plate in here for strength, but have a tube come in all the way to there so it holds up my fenders, and then eventually, not this year because I won't have the money after the rear end and the motor, all that stuff, but coilovers in the front, adjustable tie rod or adjustable upper A-arms. For now, I'm gonna see if I can get a stronger torsion bar because when I put the V8 in here, it's gonna be a little heavier, and then these shocks are oil all over them, so those are blown. So I'm gonna see if I can get a stiffer torsion bar that can handle the V8's weight for this year. Upgrade those. My Rapid Performance, my mom's friend owns, and he can hook me up with a sweet deal on some Heim joints and a really nice strong bar that I can get set up for. Go around, see what bushings I can replace. Like, probably these are all shot. That looks shot, it's collapsed. I don't know, go through, replace some of these at least. Least I can do if I'm not putting new suspension on it this year.